Welcome to another trip of my Africa adventure. Today we are flying the flag carrier of Ivory Coast, Air Cote. The country is located in West Africa, and without the Ivory Coast our lives would be a lot less sweeter, since 50% of the global cocoa, the main ingredient of chocolate, originates from here. But Cote d'Ivoire is also home to the world's largest church, as well as Didier Drogba, one of Africa's best football players of all time. But today, we aren't here to worship or play football, but to showcase the airline's brand new Airbus A320neo from Dakar to Nigeria, with a stop in Abidjan. Before we get on board, I have a little surprise for you guys. A lot of you have been asking for some Cahill merch, so everyone who's going to join my Patreon page in the next 4 weeks will receive one of these really cool Cahill remove before flight keyrings, which do look pretty cool on your backpack, and you will also get access to my WhatsApp group and my monthly Zoom sessions. So check out the link in the description below in order to get one of those keyrings. I'll be sending them out straight away. And you also help me to keep that channel running, and in order to provide you with unbiased and truthful reviews. Today I'll be flying to Nigeria, Lagos to be more specific, on Air Cote, which is the flag carrier of the Ivory Coast, with a stop in Abidjan. So today it's going to be quite an adventure flying the Neo and the Dash 8, and I'm packing right now because my Uber is on its way. So let's do this. Let's go to Nigeria. We are already travel late. Dakar's new airport, which opened in 2017, is located in half-an-hour drive east of the capital and replaced the old airport, which was located right in the center of Senegal's capital. So guys, and here we are. Welcome to Dakar International Airport. It's a pretty new airport. I think it only started operating 2017-ish, if I've done my right research. And this is the airline we will be flying today, Air Cote, the flag carrier of the Ivory Coast. 50-minute only layover in Abidjan, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to make it, but I think that just adds to the adventure that we are having today. So let's do this, and let's check in, I was going to say, but check-in counter not open yet, and it's not too busy today either. Some cool airlines here. A-Sky, TAP Portugal, Air Algeria. Also, when you look at the departure board, we don't have many flights. We have Nairobi, and we have I don't even know how to say that. Then Banjul, which is, I think, the capital of the Gambia, Casablanca, Conakry, Istanbul, Barcelona, Brussels, Madrid, Paris, Tunis, and New York. There is a daily New York service on Delta, as well as Air Senegal. And South African Airways used to have a stopover from like DC, Washington DC, or New York, here in Dakar, and then they continue to Johannesburg. Cute little airport. Yeah, pretty chilled so far. But it was then finally time to check in for my flight to Lagos. So I'm in front of the check-in counter right here, and in the back is the Air Cote d'Ivoire office. I asked if there's any cash upgrades available, but he said business class is full today, and approximately 100 people in, yeah. I can film myself. No, I can film myself, yeah. I have permission, yeah. Yes, oui. No, I have. All good, no. I have permission, yeah. Yeah, all good.
No, so
yeah.
This is an interview.
I film myself, no airport, it's okay.
Yes, airport.
You say hello? YouTube?
Misi? Airport, yes.
Huh?
You do that?
No, myself. I film myself. My face, no airport. So funny little security. He was saying that I shouldn't be filming, and then he was really funny. Anyways, yeah, said business class is full, try to upgrade. But economy class is around 100 passengers, he said, so I might be lucky that I get my own row in the back. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Good. Can I get a window seat in the very back? Is that okay? That would be nice, thank you. Somewhere in the back of the plane.
Yeah, very back in the plane. I get scared when I sit in the front. You are the nicest. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye. So all checked in, got a window seat for both flights. So let's see how it goes from here. Anyways, so I checked in. When I checked in, she didn't ask me for my Nigeria visa, which was so hard to get. Let me tell you, a Nigeria visa is not easy. And then you have to get the landing permission, and it's quite expensive as well. If I wouldn't have one, it's their responsibility. So Air Cote d'Ivoire would need to pay to send me back because it's their responsibility, and the airline would get a big fine. Yeah, I've never been on an airline. It's a new airline. It's an exotic airline. That's what I love. Aviation in Africa is just so much fun. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait for that flight. Something I find very interesting and a bit weird about this airport is that there is birds, sparrows everywhere. And it means you can't sit anywhere because there's bird poo-poo everywhere. Here, there, over here. They literally shit everywhere, and then you can't sit here. I mean, I've occasionally see a pigeon or a sparrow inside the airport. It's quite normal, but here there's nests and birds literally everywhere. Just make sure you don't sit in the bird poo-poo.
And finally, the airline's flagship, the only Airbus A320neo of Air Cote d'Ivoire, would arrive. The plane was originally delivered in 2021 and mostly serves flights to Dakar and Brazzaville in Congo.
So the Neo just touched down. We're actually really lucky to get the Neo today because they only have one. But they checked everything at check-in. Thank you, Dankeschön. So the old man threw in a surprise. He said, "Gute Reise," which means have a safe trip in German. Hi,
At the door, I was given a rather cold welcome, but the nice and warm colors of the cabin put an instant smile on my face. 16 seats in business class as well as 132 in economy make up the cabin, and if you ask me, the cabin is really impressive. So here we are, welcome on the brand new Neo 320, beautiful business class cabin. When I walked through it, crew is, I know, I don't want to say weird and rude or anything, but French speaking crew in general is not very outgoing or welcoming. Seats look nice, they're just very, very dirty and very worn, so that's a bit disgusting, but I love their uniforms. Really nice. I like the color. Also very much looking forward to the service or what they have to offer on here. Looks pretty cool. I'm very much looking forward to the next 2 hours and whether my luggage is going to make it, whether I'm going to make my connection flight, whether I get to Nigeria. The adventure is about to start. The legroom, the foldable table, as well as the universal power outlet provided is something that would put most Western airlines to shame. We then also started our pushback for a 2.5-hour journey to Abidjan. Now, it's also a good time to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell to make my day. Thank you very much. The plane is also equipped with Wi-Fi connectivity, but throughout the entire flight the internet wasn't working or wasn't turned on.
So we are probably 20-25 minutes into the flight, and surprise, surprise, there's actually a meal service in here, or a snack service. So they're offering beverages, juices, as well as alcoholic beverages, wine, beer, with a little chicken, rice dish. There's a bun. Also the crew in the back is really lovely. Very patient with some really rebellious passengers here who just don't want to wear their mask. But I guess we are at a time where we should all go back to normal, drop the mask, drop the restrictions, open the borders, drop the PCR tests. It's about time to go back to normal. But yeah, let's dig in. Let's see what this little snack tastes like. So for 2 hour flight, that's quite a nice surprise. Some snacks or like a little meal as well as beverages. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. And yeah, how much was the flight? The flight was actually pretty expensive, $350 US. But generally, like flying within Africa is not cheap. There's no budget airlines. There's a lot of taxes. The country tax each other quite heavily, so that's why you barely find any continental flights for cheap. Regardless, it's great to see that, and you guys know that I'm a huge fan of African aviation, that a lot of the old flag carriers are coming back. Most of them went bankrupt in the early 90s or early 2000s, and now they're all having a comeback, getting pretty new airplanes, and yeah, blessing the skies of Africa again.
I was also going to give you guys a comprehensive Louvre review since you love them so much, but Genius Me didn't plug in his microphone, so I guess we have to skip this one. Back at my seat, the crew would get the cabin ready for our descent into Abidjan.
Thank you. So everything seems to be going very smooth. I just cleared the transfer desk. Now I should be just heading into the terminal. I have 40 minutes, so it's looking good. So here I am, gate number 1. A lot easier than I thought it would be. From the plane to here, literally 10 minutes, almost, yeah. That was a really quick transfer. So if you ever want to transfer on Air Cote, seems to be a rather spotless experience. Question is whether my back is going to make it or not, but very optimistic. But Abidjan is really a small, cute little airport. And the duty-free section is much bigger than all the gates combined.
And it was then time to board my second flight to Lagos, Nigeria.
So just inside the bus boarding for the Dash 8 to Lagos. But that's a short flight, around 50 minutes-ish. So let's see how that goes. And a late arrival in Nigeria as well. But everything so far, so good, very smooth.
Once we arrived at the plane, I was pleasantly surprised to see that the original planned Dash 8 was swapped for an Airbus A319. This plane was originally delivered to the Colombian airline Avianca in 2008 and has 8 seats in business class as well as 112 in economy. Air Cote is leasing the plane since 2021.
How are you? Good. 24A, that's me. So guys, and here we are, welcome on board the Airbus A319. I know I promised you a Dash 8 review, but apparently there was a last minute equipment change, and it looked pretty busy in the bus as well, so maybe because there's a lot of people flying to Nigeria, they just changed to an Airbus A319. I did very little research on it, but from my experience, it looks like a leased plane. It looks like it had a previous owner because, look, it had also the in-flight entertainment and stuff, but I don't think they're using it. So it was probably in service because it looks quite run down as well. So maybe it was been in service with a different airline for a couple of years and was then for a very good price being leased here by Air Cote. And once again, you get to the front door, you meet the two ladies, no energy, arrogance, like where I sometimes ask, why are you becoming a cabin crew if you have such an issue? But then I hit the cabin in the back, and there's a really nice guy, very helpful, and yeah, that was a different impression, just like the first flight. You get on a plane, you have two grumpy crew members, you get to the back, and they're rather nice. So I guess gotta live with that. It seems like with crew here in West Africa, it's either hit or miss. Senegal was rather disappointing. But once again, I really like the uniforms. Pretty lovely. It's going to be a short hop. It's going to be a short flight. I hope I'm going to get a row to myself. And maybe the in-flight entertainment is working so I can give you a review of the in-flight entertainment, but I doubt. Yeah, that's it. I don't know whether it's a language barrier here or they just have a lot of attitude. You know, this is the moment where I want to say, yes, it's that Frenchness, you know, but then you might get cancelled. But I don't care, you know. Isn't it just, but isn't that like what they say? They say like Germans have no humor. I think that's true. And I don't think it's bad. And then a lot of people say French are arrogant, which is the same, right? Isn't it? I think sometimes we live in a culture where you can't say anything anymore. Just today I posted something because the war is still going on in Ukraine. I posted something in support of Ukraine, and then there's a guy who's like, why don't you post about Palestine, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, etc., etc., etc. I mean, why? Why are we all becoming so sensitive? Yeah, so this being said, and sorry for being off topic. Actually not sorry for being off topic. I love being off topic sometimes. It's good. It's good that we talk about these kind of things, right? And you can engage with me in the comment section and you can tell me what you think about all this. On a different note, back to the review, boarding is completed and I do have an entire row to myself. Isn't that great? Isn't that a great ending? Yeah, I was imagining sitting in a little Dash 8, very noisy, and being thrown around. But no, I have a 319 and an entire row to myself. I'm not complaining. Life is good. It's going to be very eventless this flight, I reckon. We'll see.
Électronique interdite à bord.
Damn, Jesus Christ, I shouldn't have said that this is going to be an eventless flight because we were hitting such crazy turbulences. It was like something was hitting the plane and then all of a sudden in the bag some alarm went off and it was like and then the lights went on. And then I was like, what the fuck, what's happening? So I was like panicking. I was like scared. But I think it was just bad turbulences. Yeah. Damn. You know how I said I was tired like 5 minutes ago? Now I'm wide awake.
After being served the same meal as I was on my first flight, we touched down in Lagos. We walked into the terminal building and I was soon greeted by a Nigerian immigration officer who would process my visa on arrival for my week-long stay in Nigeria, covering a lot of local airlines. It took 45 minutes drive to my Airbnb, where I arrived in the middle of the night. So guys, here I am at my cozy, beautiful little Airbnb. As I told you, hotels in Africa are always so expensive. Whenever you get an Airbnb, you make quite a good deal right in the city center. It was an adventurous day, and an adventurous day with no adventure. Everything worked according to plan. Both flights were on time. Very smooth transit experience in Abidjan. So how do I rate the airline? Like, if it would be an European airline, I'd say this is like EasyJet kind of like level, given that we are in Africa, and I'm saying this with all respect, where they're still developing the aviation industry and getting an idea of service mentality and all that kind of stuff. It was decent. It was decent. I really loved that you had a snack box, you had alcoholic beverages if you wanted to. So let them work on it a little bit, and I can see this to become a really, really successful airlines, as I see most of the African airlines, which are on the rise and are doing absolutely fantastic. But this is it for today. I am sleepy and always awake for what, 24 hours almost, so time to rest. And I don't know what's coming next. I'm thinking about doing IVOIRE because they're the only 220 operator in this country, one of the few in Africa. Air Peace, the 777 to Johannesburg, that's booked, but I'm here in Nigeria for 1 week, and it's very difficult to book any flights here because banks don't like transferring any money into Nigeria because of the scam culture here. But I will figure it all out. Anyways, still very loving my African aviation tour. If you want to support my work, check out my Patreon channel. Oh yeah, my Patreon channel. Is that how you say it? The link is in the description box below, guys. And time for me to sleep. So wherever you're off to, have a safe trip.